Good morning. Hi, everybody. I hope that everybody stays safe. Now, welcome to the today's session. Okay, my name is Michelle. I am the Dean for the Faculty of Business, Finance, and IT. I would like to thank all of you for joining us today and hope that this session will be beneficial to all of us. Now, first of all, I would like to introduce today's presenter, Mr. Maverick Fu. Mr. Maverick Fu is the founder uh, of 9 international brands and businesses. In the past 17 years, he has marketed local and international brands to diverse mix of industry, and he is very experienced in improving your personal branding and attracting the attention of your potential employers. Okay, so basically today, he will share with us his secret recipe for personal branding and attract the attention of your potential employer. So basically, in this webinar, you will learn how to style up your LinkedIn profile, connect with potential employers, and impress them so much that they will grant you a job interview. So let's welcome Mr. Maverick Fu.
Thank you. And on behalf of Masa Authority Institute as well, thank you, Masa, for the opportunity. So if you can just put up the slides, then we can just go through. So I see as more and more people are coming in, just comment where you are from. Hopefully you are from home. But where is home to you? Is like me, I'm in Petaling Jaya. So just comment where you are so we know that you are safe and well. Okay, and if those of you who already have a LinkedIn profile, because today we'll talk a bit about LinkedIn, you can actually share it as well so we can connect with each other. I'll give you my link towards the end so we can connect with each other as well. Hey, hi, Leon. So we also have people who are actually not, well, I guess they are not graduates or they are not students as well. So which is good. I think because of the unemployment rate, a lot of friends have been retrenched as well because of the whatever that's happening right now. And then the economists are saying that another wave of economic crisis is actually coming in. So whatever we see with the coronavirus is just a small wave. There's another big one that's coming in. I think in the States, it's already over 2 million of unemployed. So how do you actually stay relevant and how do you secure your career? Very important. How do you, so for some of you, you'll be starting your career, which is very good for you today. Some of you, you want to shift your career. It's like, oh man, this job cannot lah, tak boleh pakai already. I need to do something else. So you can shift your career as well. Or you can actually secure your career, how to make sure that you actually don't get fired, even when you do have a job. Okay, so my name is Maverick here. And like what Michelle has mentioned, for the last 17 years, I've marketed almost everything from products to services and to people as well. So personal branding and professional branding, that one is really crucial. And right now, because everyone is online, there's a very high chance that as you soon to be graduating as a student or when you're applying for a job, your employers or your future employers, they will Google you first. So there's a very high chance that they will Google you and they end up you can try to Google yourself. You may actually see your Instagram or your Facebook, right? But the truth is that I don't know what you share on your Instagram and Facebook. It could be political stuff. It could be stuff that's a bit sensitive. So it may not be the most professional. So ideally, one of the best would be if they land on your LinkedIn profile. So LinkedIn is your most professional one. It's free. There are 700 million members on it. There are over close to 5 million people already on in Malaysia itself and growing every year. So without further ado, let's just start. Yeah, it's just interesting to basically talk to university students because a lot of people actually don't seem to know that I'm actually a college dropout. So I'm not encouraging you all to drop out from college in any way. Please stay in college. It's just a personal choice. So if you dig up my past and you found out that, hey, Maverick is actually a college dropout, yes. College dropout, but I wasn't kicked out. My CGPA was about 3.5 actually. Yeah. So cool. Good to see some of you are from business students. Awesome. So I think this one will be useful for you, but don't just limit yourself to, oh, I'm from the faculty of engineering. I think LinkedIn is not important. No. If you want money, if you want job, you have to get on LinkedIn. That's it. That's the new normal right now. Okay, so the reason is because if your employers were to actually Google your name, you may not have a second chance to make a first impression. So that's the dangerous thing, because if they look at your Instagram, they look at your TikTok, they look at your Snapchat, they may see something else, which is nothing wrong because it's your personal life, right? But LinkedIn is always your professional life. So with that, I hope some of you got some paper and pen. So I'm going to draw a very simple illustration over here. So this is actually called a new profit framework. So together with my business partners, Candy and Datuk James, together combined, we have actually started 90 over businesses in 13 industries. So as we go back, and we are parents as well. So my son is already 11. So we are always thinking like, okay, we are entrepreneurs, we are business owners, but how do we pass on what we know to our kids and not wait until they are 18 years old or 20 years old, then only they learn. So when we designed the new profit framework, it was actually designed to help our kids understand business or even the world in a very simple form. So imagine this. So, okay, because I haven't really been to Masa University's campus yet. I go past the one at all the time, Jalan University. So, but I think there are some lakes around Masa. When I was looking at Google Maps, there are some lakes. If some of you can comment the name of the lake, let me know as well. What's the name of the Tasik? But let's say this is the situation. Last night, okay, last night you were watching some documentary, and then you actually found out that people can actually hunt for sharks. So it's like very exciting, hunting for sharks. So you decided that, and you want to become a fisherman. So this is actually you over here. So you pack up all your gears and all that, your fishing rods, everything, and then you basically go to one of the lakes near Masa University. So it could be Tasik Titi Wangsa, for example, one of the lakes that's very common in KL. So you go to the lake expecting to hunt for sharks. So your target is here, is basically your fish. In this case, sometimes we call it a customer, sometimes you call it a client, but in your case, if you're looking for a job, your fish is actually the employer. Could be the HR person, could be your future boss, could be anyone. So the fish right here is actually your, who you're actually trying to target. So in this case, you're trying to target sharks, huh? Okay, so when you go to the lake, you basically take out your fishing rod, put out everything, put out your chair, and then you put the bait inside, and you realize that you did not get any sharks. Why? Because obviously there are no sharks in lakes. The only sharks that are in lakes are loan sharks. So which means that you have actually gone to the wrong pond. You have actually gone to the wrong market to fish. So sometimes when we are hunting for jobs, we are actually hunting at the wrong places. So like, for example, there are certain places that if you go, you can never get a job. You're just wasting your time. So when it comes to hunting a job, just like when you're doing business, it's very important for you to know what are the fish that you're trying to hunt for and where are these fish at, because the fish behavior is different. Some fish will be in the sea, some fish will be in river or in lakes. So then you are sitting there, bodo, waiting, and then suddenly got one pakcik come, got one uncle come and say, hey, bodo, here obviously don't have shark lah. If you want, you can take a boat and you can, from Mersing, you can go out 50 kilometers to the east, and then there are sharks. I've seen it there before. If you want to hunt for sharks, that's the best place. Okay, so now you got an idea already. So basically you pack up all your stuff, you go onto the boat, and then basically you go out to sea. And true enough, when after going out for about half an hour and you saw that there are sharks circling around you, so you're at the right spot, which means you're in the right pond already, you're at the right place. So very happy, you take out your rod, you take out your rod and you basically sit down everything and then you put inside. But instead of putting bait, you actually put cacing, you put worms inside. So do you think you're going to get sharks? No shark. The shark will come. The shark is not coming for the cacing. The shark is coming to eat you most probably. Why? Because whatever the bait that you're off is actually your offer. So you need to ask yourself, for your prospective employers, right? What are you actually offering to them? Because they're going to give you a job and they can give to anybody else. Among your classmates, there's 50, there's 100. If you combine all the other graduates, every year there's between 250 to 500,000 graduates that come out. Why should they give the job to you? So which means you need to find a good offer. Just like, so right now your prospective employers, they are the sharks. So you give them cacing, they are not going to buy. So then the uncle magically appear again and pakcik say, hey, bodo, You obviously cannot put cacing inside. You have to put meat lah. They like to eat meat kan. Okay, so you put a piece of meat, everything inside. Okay, then it's done. So basically, you put the meat inside, and the sharks come bite the meat. But the moment the shark pull your rod, patah. So your rod is actually your system. Do you have a proper way after your interview, for example? Do you have a proper way to follow up to ensure that they actually you have a high chance of actually getting the job, or even before the interview? Do you have a system that basically you can keep them excited lah, so that they're actually looking forward to come and see you? Okay, so as you are fishing everything, you got a good rod, you got a good system ready, and then suddenly a tsunami come. Okay, I don't know about you, but when the tsunami come, even if you put the whole box of meat inside, the shark will look at you and say, "Hey, bro, I think I better go down to a safe place first. You take care of yourself lah." Because the environment is always the trend. So like right now, in the midst of COVID-19, with all the impending economic crisis coming in, you have to be sensitive to the environment as well. Are companies hiring or not? The answer is yes. But what are they hiring right now? So you think about the shark. The shark, obviously, they like to eat meat. So, but then when the tsunami come, they will start thinking, okay, my life or food. I think I can stay hungry for a while. Let me just go to my cave or somewhere first. Yeah. So which means that your employers could be the same as well. Human beings are actually quite predictable. Whenever we are in a state of panic, we become very short-sighted. We don't set goals that are 3 years or 5 years anymore. We set goals that are like 3 weeks or 5 weeks ahead. So the employers are the same. They want to hire someone that they can actually, I don't like to use the word, but use right now. They want someone that is useful for them right now, not for the future. So like management trainee programs and all that, there are still some programs like this around. But the question is that management training program, it will take some time for you to learn. They want to hire someone that immediately got the skill that you can start using already. Okay, then of course, one part that I won't cover, of course, you have a chance to meet my business partner, Datuk James. So he will talk to you about the 3 other elements, which we didn't include: the boat, the bucket, and the fleet. But for today, we'll just focus on these 3 things first. Who's your fish? Basically, who's your target employers? Who are and where do they swim? Where are the ponds? So the pond today, I'll let you know first, is actually LinkedIn. But there are other ponds as well. But because time is short, we'll just focus on LinkedIn first, which is the best for you right now. And what are you offering them? Okay, so let's have a look at the pond. So if you're learning something so far from this simple illustration, just comment yes over there. You can take a photo of this. So this is a lot easier for those of you who are parents. Now you can teach kids about entrepreneurship as well, just using a simple thing. Like I use this to teach my son public speaking. So when he's doing public speaking, I will basically ask, hey, so can I know, so if you're fishing and all that, you need to know who's your fish, right? So during the public speaking, who are your fish? So he'll start thinking, okay, I think are my friends. I say, really, are the friends the one going to judge you? Oh, no, it's actually the teachers. Yes, so the teachers are the fish. So you need to ask the teachers, what are the kind of judging, what's the kind of offer, or what are the kind of things that they are looking for. So this one in public speaking, you can apply. And you know what? Those of you who are studying, if you want good grades, you can go to the lecturer. So the lecturer is your fish. So you need to ask your lecturer, hey, you know what? Of course, you need to offer your lecturer something lah, huh? I'm not asking you to bribe them. They are unbribable. But you can offer them something and ask them, hey, a bit hint will do, like what chapter is more important and stuff like this. And you can ask questions like, if you are the one taking this paper, sir, can I know which chapter would you focus more on? You can ask depending on how you ask the question, right? So end of the day, this framework, you can actually use it for anything outside of employment. But today, let's just talk about your careers first. So why LinkedIn? Like I mentioned earlier, 700 plus million members out there. 700 plus. Elaine, yes, very honest of you. Lecturers are the fish, right? For now. Later, they will. Your fish will change in your life. Some of you want to look for boyfriend and girlfriend. Your fish is the boy or the girlfriend, lah. Yeah. So you need to ask yourself. So sometimes they will say, "Hey, Mary, I want a good girl. I want a good girl that can become a wife." But you always go to bar and find. Do you think you can find good girls at the bar? I don't know. Maybe the bartender is good. But you ask yourself whether good girls will go to the pub all the time, right? Sorry, I'm being judgmental. Okay, let's just continue over here. Okay, so there are 700 plus million members over here and 40% daily active users, which is that they are actually active on LinkedIn. Some of you will say that, hey, but Facebook got almost 3 billion people, but it's actually very different. So some of you will ask, what's the difference between Facebook and LinkedIn or Instagram or TikTok or Snapchat? Each platform, the behavior is actually different. So some people go to Facebook, they're like, I don't want to talk about serious stuff. I want to check out what my friends are doing. I'm going to check out photos and videos and stuff like this. But when they go on LinkedIn, okay, I need to be professional. I need to project my professional self. Simple. If you have been on LinkedIn before, you will see this as well. So sometimes on Facebook, you will see your friends sharing what they makan. Nasi lemak ni sedap lah. And then they will post their nasi lemak, take photo and stuff like this. They call food porn. So on Instagram, on Facebook, you will see that. But on LinkedIn, you hardly see people do food porn or they hardly share about their food. Even if they don't share about the food, they will put some story to it. They won't just butter post on it because the same person can behave differently in different situations. So sometimes some bosses, they would, at work, they are like the tiger. But when they go back home in front of the wife, they become the pussycat. Same person, different situation. Okay, so for on LinkedIn, just remember it's for serious people who wants to build their professional brand. There are 15 million jobs. And for all of you who are listening to this over a webinar, you realize that we are in the new world right now. Rather than thinking about work that is in Malaysia, I know we still have travel restrictions and all that. Try looking for jobs that are outside of Malaysia. They are called remote jobs. You can be based here and you could be earning US dollars. Isn't that a good thing, right? So this is totally possible. We have friends who have actually done that before. And 9 out of 10 recruiters are using LinkedIn to vet candidates. So before they select you, they will go to LinkedIn and they go and check first. So what are the 3 things that are very important for you if you want to ace your career? So let's look at these 3 things over here. So the first one is you must have the ability to attract. You must be able to attract your dream employers. Second, you must be able to build connection with them. You must be able to start the connection because they don't know you. You are a stranger. How do you start a conversation with them? And how do you continue to engage them? So attraction, connection, engagement, ACE. So if you look at any form of social media, it doesn't just have to be LinkedIn. There are some people who are very good at building attraction. They are very good at attracting people. They are very good at connecting people. You see, they got a lot of followers, but they don't know how to engage the followers. So they don't post enough stuff. So this one, you will have cold relationships, which means if you want cold relationships, you don't do engagement at all. You just attract the person already, and after that, you just connect and you don't start any communication. So that one is a cold relationship. And some of you are very good at attracting and very good at engaging, telling story and all that, but you actually don't have the ability to connect. So, which means that you lack connections. That's why you lack opportunities in life. So not just right now, but later as well. And then the last part will be some of you are very good at connection and very good at engagement, but you're not good at attracting. You're not good at attracting your dream employees to look at you. So you are an undiscovered talent. You're actually good, but just that because you don't know how to sell yourself online, you are actually not discovered. So these are the 3 areas that we will look on very briefly because I only have 60 minutes, right? So attraction, connection, and engagement. Let's just go in one by one. Okay, so the attraction, how do you become more attractive? The first thing and the easiest that you can do this within the next 25 minutes itself, is you must become an all-star candidate. So on LinkedIn, there's actually a ranking. So for example, let me just show you my profile. Okay, my profile, as you know, obviously I'm not looking for a job. I'm actually looking for clients. So there are certain parts that you can copy, but certain parts you can't, unless you want to become a business owner or entrepreneur like me. Okay, so to reach the all-star, if you go to your own profile, you will see this word over here, all-star. Okay, if not, you will see a bar. Okay, why the all-star is important? If you don't have an all-star, your name would never appear. Why? Because LinkedIn would think like, you also never take the initiative to complete your profile. Why should we feature you? So you must take initiative to complete, to reach the all-star status. So if you don't have an all-star status, what do you see? Okay, so you will get 40 times more visibility. So they did a research, someone who has no star and someone who is an all-star, the difference is 40 times more opportunities, which means that if you are no star and your friend, your classmate is an all-star, he is getting 40 times more opportunities than you. Yeah. Okay, so if you don't have an all-star, you will actually see the bar at the bottom. So you will see a bar by either beginner or intermediate. But don't worry, after this talk itself during lunchtime, you can make yourself into an all-star. Why? To get an all-star, you actually need to fill up these few things only. Like for example, what industry you're in. So some of you who are in business, some of you are in finance, engineering, you just put it in. Your location, you just put planet Earth. Or obviously, you just put wherever you are. Okay, and your current position. So current position right now, obviously you are still studying, or some of you could be working. So you can just put that in. Past positions. Some of you have done part-time jobs before. Some of you have put, internship. You can put your internship experience as well. And don't disregard your part-time job. You say that, oh no lah, I work at McDonald's only. I just flip burger only. Well, if you work at McDonald's before, first, McDonald's could have hired anyone. They hired you. You have some friends who applied for the job they didn't get. You get it. So that's already something. And secondly, the fact that you can actually work at McDonald's while balancing studies, it actually shows that you got good priority management. It shows that you know how to manage your time. And McDonald's is all about systems, which means that the fact that you can work there, you can actually follow the system. So these are all things that employers look out for. You would think that, oh no lah, just fry the fries only, nothing much. No, you talk to customers, you upsell them. Someone come in and order a Big Mac, you ask them, do you want fries with that? So that is actually a cross-selling or upselling skill already. So you can always share that as well. Education, obviously, you're with Masa right now. What are some of your skills? Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel. Some of you on the side, you actually pick up graphic design skills. You pick up video editing skills. Put it in. You can put up to 50 skills if I'm not mistaken. So of course, like cooking, badminton, all that, you don't have to put it in unless it's really relevant for your job. Put a nice profile photo, and then after that, a summary. So some of you were asking how to write a good summary. If I got time, I will answer it in the Q&A. And connect with people. So the first people you need to connect with first is connect with your lecturers. Connect with someone from the career service centers. Connect with any potential employer that you know, your past employer, you just connect with them. And education is also important. You know why? I will even put in my secondary school or my primary school, because if you ask yourself, your seniors in your school, either your university in Masa or it could be from secondary school, any of your seniors right now are holding high position jobs. Yes, there are some of them who are VP, some of them who are managers, because you have no way to contact them. The only thing that you have that you can share the link is that you are both from the same school. You are both from the same alumni. So you can actually connect with them, and you will never know. They can connect opportunities for you. So LinkedIn, on Facebook, you can have maximum of 5,000 friends only. But on LinkedIn, you can have 30,000. So go ahead and add all the little fish. So right now, your pond is empty. Okay, you need to start putting fish inside. But please put high quality fish, like the fish that you want to know or stuff like this. Start connecting with HR people as well. There's nothing wrong for you to start connecting with them right now, because sometimes they may need to hire people last minute and they will think about you. Okay, so this is the first thing that you need to do. The second part is that it's super important. You need to have your headline that is attractive. Why? Okay, so this is part of the headline. Let me just show you. So if you look at your profile, this is actually your headline, just below your name. It's one of the first few things that people will see. So people will look at your photo, then they will look at your cover photo, they will look at your name. The next big thing over here is actually your headline. So your headline is, if you ask me, is the most important thing. And why? Okay, let's say, for example, so let's say I am an employer. I want to look for fresh graduates. So I go to LinkedIn and then I type in fresh graduates and I search. And then boom, come out 561,000 results. They will be like, wow, okay, very hard to go through. Okay, now man, let's just look at a few. Okay, so other than the picture, okay, some got pretty face, some got not so pretty face, some got lang chai, some not lang chai. But frankly, as a stranger, okay, lor, just like this only. I mean, no, I can't say anything because I never seen any of you before. And then the second thing I will notice is the name. The name will be, okay, Belinda, Marissa, Mei Ling, Ruining. So they are all strangers' name only. Nothing interesting as well. The names are good, but to me as a stranger, it doesn't mean anything. So the only other thing that pops out, if you notice, is actually the headline. Fresh graduate looking for a permanent job. Fresh graduate, fresh graduate. But you see, all of them are the same. So you know what the employer would feel? They look at the whole list. Okay, first there's 500,000 people, and all of them are fresh graduates. None of them stand out. So how do I pick? If let's say one of the graduates were to say something like business graduate specializing in marketing and digital skills, looking for a job. Okay, that one immediately I will pick up. Hey, that guy is a bit different, or that girl is a bit different. So that's why the headline is very important. And the headline, you only got 120 characters. So you have to make it very short, very concise. Uh, and always think about how you optimize for search. Always think about what the employer would search. For example, I've seen this before. An accountant is an accountant. So by right, you should put that accountant, right? But he think accountant is very boring. So he put there money magician. Okay, so you think about it logically. If you are looking for an accountant, would you type accountant or would you type money magician? If really you want to look for magician, it's magician for the party, not for money magician. So always think about the term that your employers would actually key in to search to get you. So like in your case, whatever skills that you have, you need to put it in. Optimize for search first. Think about what people will search. And then think, like I mentioned, think about what your audience, your target audience would be searching for, and be smart. You can always copy other people. Just go and research what other people are doing, and then you just adjust a bit here and there lah. Okay, so some headlines. So some of you may think that, hey, I want to be a bit controversial kind of not. I want to be a bit different. Okay, controversial is a very fine line between sexy and an epic fail, which means that sometimes people may not get what you're trying to say. So you're trying to tell a joke and people actually don't get what you're trying to say. So if you look at this lady over here, Cindy Gallop, so if the headline is, I like to blow shit up, I am the Michael Bay of business. So if you are a stranger, okay, I look at her face, okay, not bad. She looks a bit fierce, but okay. Okay, so her name is Cindy Gallop, okay. But the headline itself doesn't actually say what she do. Okay, so it's very interesting. It's like, hey, what's this? Okay, some of you who don't know who is Michael Bay, every movie that has no story and a lot of action, explosion, they are all done by Michael Bay. For example, Transformers. Okay, so that's one example. So if you look at it, you will realize that, hey, how come she don't have any title? What does she do and stuff like this? So she is actually a business owner. She's a business consultant as well. So ideally, it would be good if she put business consultant in front and then comma or palang or something, and then put, I like to blow shit out. Whatever she wants to put at the back, I don't care anymore. But at least the title is in front. But why she can do that is simple. Because she is already famous. Like just now I mentioned that on Facebook, you can have 5,000 friends, right? On LinkedIn, you can have 30,000 friends. She already passed 30,000 already, almost like influential stage. So she doesn't need that. So like, for example, Tony Fernandez. So if you go to LinkedIn, would you search Tony Fernandez or would you search CEO of AirAsia? Of course, you will search Tony Fernandez because the name is already very well known. So for someone like Tony Fernandez, his headline could be something like, oh, I make paper planes and fly. He can write whatever he wants, frankly. Of course, obviously, he didn't write the paper plane part lah. So because his name already supersedes everything else, he's already famous for his name. So let me give you some examples over here. So these are some breakdowns, some things you can put in. I know you have only 120 characters, but these are some stuff that you can put in. You don't have to put in all. So like, for example, aspiring Java software developer. Oh, this is a real one, by the way. I searched and I found this. This was very good. Seeking entry-level programming position, experience with JavaScript and Python, which means in this short sentence itself, I already know what this person can do. It's either a yes or no only. Like, oh, this one JavaScript, hey, I think the CTO is looking for someone like this. Okay, let me contact him. Okay, another one. Financial analyst seeking new role. People who are in the financial field, they know what is CFA. So statistic major graduating in 2020. So this is one. selling and sales management major graduating in December 2020 and looking for full-time sales and marketing position. This is also another example as well. And the last one is business graduate with experience in online, graduating in May 2020, social media and digital marketing. So imagine this headline itself, within less than 3 seconds, people already know, oh, okay, I know what this guy is doing. And when they are searching for fresh graduate, your headline would actually pop up. That's how you make your profile sexy, and that's how you attract. And the last part, which is similar to what I just mentioned earlier, make sure you are search friendly. Whatever words that you put there are actual words that people would actually use to search for you. Okay, so now we already look at attraction already. Let's look at the other side, which is connection. So a connection is, okay, you cannot set up your LinkedIn profile and you just sit there and wait only for people to come. You have to be proactive. You have to go out and actively look for your fish. You already know who's your fish, right? Go out and actively look for your fish and connect with the right fish. Okay, so some of you would think that, hey, I think I should connect with HR people. Yes, you should connect with HR managers, HR directors, but don't forget, you should also connect with your future boss. For example, if you are a business person, you are looking for a business development job. So your boss would most probably have a job title of business development director or business development manager. So look for them. So sometimes not all the time, the hiring is done at the HR level. Sometimes the boss themselves say, hey, I think this guy looks very promising. Hey, I think hey, can I ask HR to connect this person or not? So which means that, and don't forget, HR receive lots of connections every day because everyone is looking for a job. Not many people are looking for the future bosses. Not many people are actually connecting with the future bosses. So if you go and connect, you have a higher chance. So always be smart. So my mom always say that, I mean, bless her soul, she passed away 8 years ago. But she always say that, yes, you must work hard. But if you continuously work hard, you are not working smart. So just like mathematics, for example. So when you do the mathematics, then you need to work hard. You need to do the equations and all that. And then after 2 weeks, the math teacher will say, sebenarnya ada shortcut. Then you're like, ayah, how come you never tell me earlier? Because if the teacher were to teach you the shortcut before, you would never understand. So you need to work hard for a while first. You connect with the wrong people. And then after that, realize that, hey, actually, if I connect with the bosses, I got a higher chance. Yes. So this is me telling you from experience. So when you look for someone and you want to connect that time, don't just buta connect. So when you click a person connect, you don't click send now. You can always add a personal note. Okay, you can always add a personal note. So it looks like you're actually more sincere and you actually want to connect with them. So for example, a template I can give you is that I can say, hi, Mr. Chan. When I started at Master University, one of my seniors recommended me to aim for a job at Deloitte. And it has always stuck in my mind. Now that I'm in my final semester, I wanted to throw my hat in for a chance to join your company. Speak soon. Okay, this one itself will already help you stand out because all the other lazy people just connect, buta only. There's nothing. Whereas this one actually among everyone that is the same, you will already stand out a second time already. Wow, not bad. This person actually take the time to write the message. It shows that you put effort. It shows that you're proactive. And it actually shows that you actually research about the person first. So which means that these are all good signs of a good attitude, something that you want to consider. And then the last part is you can join a lot of LinkedIn groups. There are a lot of LinkedIn groups out there with a lot of managers, let's say you are in the finance line, which means that there are a lot of financial groups out there. You go and join the finance group first. Yes, you are just a student, but you can still join them, see what they're talking about, and then give your comments here and there. Okay, a lot of you would think that, I'm just a student, I cannot add much. You're wrong. You can actually add a lot because you know why? In the workplace, one of the biggest problem is the old seniors don't know how to talk to the young juniors. We call that the generation gap. So got Generation X, got baby boomers, and then got you millennials. So there has always been a generation problem. Like the baby boomers will always say, you all are strawberry generation, a bit susah, cannot do anything already. Cannot. So they always think, they always put a judgment look on the younger people, right? But the younger one will look at the old one, Ayo, why you all still use paper? Now everything on the cloud already. So because of this, there's always a breakdown between the two. But imagine if you go in, okay, if you can go in and you become the mediator, you can say that, oh, actually, when we say something like this, we don't mean in a bad way, but what we want is to, for the older ones to use technology, for example. So you become the middle person. Okay, becoming a middle person would always help. If you look up this guy, Andrew Carnegie. So Andrew Carnegie was an industrialist, one of the richest men in history, one of the first few billionaires actually, and he hired this guy, Charles Schwab. So Charles, in 1930s, he hired this guy, and this guy was paid, which was super high at that time, 1 million US a year. His salary was 1 million US, and to work in a factory where he actually don't know much about engineering. Why? Andrew Carnegie picked Charles Schwab is because Charles know how to connect people, know how to talk to people. They know how to lead people. So that skill is actually more important than actually knowing how to run the machineries. So think about it. Communication skills, leadership skills, soft skills. You have heard about this before. So those are things that people actually look out for employers. If I'm an employer, which I am as well, I also look out for that first because I'll be honest with you. Any other skill you can learn. Okay, any other skill you can learn, but attitude is a choice. So I would, if someone who has a good attitude, I will go first. So one part that how we see as an employer is that when we look at interns, when we ask them to do something that time, they will straight away go and do first. Some of them will actually ask, why we should do this? Okay, I don't mind if you ask questions, but I would rather you do first because at the end of the day, I will actually tell you why you're doing it. Okay, so sometimes employers look for it. When they ask you to do something, you do for a while first. And you must at least do for a while. Don't straight away ask why. You do for a while, for half an hour, and then you go back. Hey, boss, can I know? So you asked me to do this. I already done this already. Like, can I know it's correct? And can I know why? Why are you asking me to do this way? Okay, then the boss explained already. Then he said, oh, actually, when I was doing it, I realized that if I do this, I can remove step 3, and now it becomes just a 4-step process. Then it becomes a lot better. But if the start, before you even start doing, you already ask why, it's already a red flag for me. But that's just for me personally. Okay, so join LinkedIn groups. And then on the engagement side, now that you have your LinkedIn profile, it is like a social media. It's like Facebook. You need to post stuff on it and stuff like this. And some of you will ask, what should I post? I shouldn't post my makan stuff. I shouldn't post my lifestyle stuff. So what should I post? So you can create content that is useful. So like, for example, you are in the university. So right now you can basically go around. Not everyone like to do Facebook Live, like to do video, right? Go around and ask them, hey, with this MCO, with all this COVID-19 and all that, what are your concerns as a future leader, as a future employee? You interview all your friends. Okay, you interview all your friends, you do some video editing, and you post up. These are the 5 things that the future employees are worried about. Then you do that kind of interview. Is it hard? Not really. You just need to go and ask people only. Or you can basically create content that is about your industry. So when you study something in a book and you find that it's interesting, you can also share it as well. You can also share it on social media. So I see some of your questions are coming in. I will answer them towards the end of it. So create useful content. So don't think that, oh no, I'm just a student only, I cannot create. No, your voice is actually much needed, because if not, the old seniors in the company, they don't know what's happening. When they see it only, they realize that, oh, okay, that's how they actually go through. That's how they study, and that's what their challenges are and all that. Okay, so create useful content is one. The second is curate insightful content, which means that when you go to YouTube, when you watch a TED Talk, when you watch a video that is very interesting about your industry, you share it. So you don't have to create it. You basically just find that this is interesting and then you share it. But don't just butter post it like this. That's a very lazy method. For example, if your friend say that, hey, bro, you should eat this nasi lemak. And then you'll be like, why? Why should I eat? So because there's no context, they just ask you to eat only. But if let's say you have said, oh, bro, you should eat this nasi lemak, this uncle, wow, 88 years old already, he's been making nasi lemak since he's 3 years old. The recipe from the grandparents all passed down. Don't know when he will die and all that. You better eat first. Okay, now you are more interested to go and eat. Why? Because there's a context. So if you watch a TED Talk, for example, you watch a TED Talk and they talk about, employers, how employers can do better branding to attract more talents, for example. So instead of just posting the TED video buta like this, the TED Talk video, you can put there, okay, in this video, top researcher from the Gallup Institute, they talk about this, and at minute number 5.23, they give the highlights of what is important in a person's career, for example. So you give a little highlight over here to show that you actually got watch it and you actually have insights from it. You know how to summarize. Summarizing skill is also very important. A lot, when I was studying in school, I don't know why they always force us to do summary. When I'm an adult, I know why I need to do summary. And very importantly, you need to start conversations. So start conversations means that when you see other people post things, you see other CEO and all that start posting things, you basically go and comment on, in my opinion, this is this stuff like this. Okay, don't be afraid to share your opinion. Could you be wrong? Yes. Could you be right? Yes. But you know what's the guarantee thing over here? If you don't post anything, I can guarantee you get nothing. But you post something, there will be lovers, there will be haters. If you look at the song Despacito by Luis Fonsi, Despacito is a song that broke YouTube the second time. First time was broke by Gangnam Style, Psy, because the viewer count cannot go above 1 billion. So he broke YouTube the first time. The second one is actually by Luis Fonsi, Despacito, because now at 6.8 billion views, which means that almost everyone in the world have watched the video at least one time, 6.7 billion. But do you know the number of dislikes? 4.4 million. So 4.4 million actually say that, no, Luis, this is a stupid video, bother all are you and all that. So Luis can either focus on the 4.4 haters, 4.4 billion haters, or the 6.8 billion people who are actually watching it. So choose your battle. I would rather focus on the positive than rather than the negative. No, whatever you say, people have something negative to say. So don't be afraid to share your point of view. If you really say something wrong already, you then just be apologize. Nothing wrong with it. You step on someone's shoe, you apologize, right? So in social media, it's the same. So if someone posts something and you go and comment, and then someone say, "Hey, no, it's not like this one." So you say, "Oh, sorry, I just voicing out my opinion only." Voicing opinion is fine. Or if you want at the bottom, you just say, "Oh, just sharing my 2 cents," for example. So if you look at this, these are actually the 3 areas that you can focus on. And I already given you a couple of tips. There are a lot more tips out there, but time is short, and I want to buffer time for Q&A as well. So with that, that's the end of the presentation. So you can look me up at linkedin.com/in/marriedfool, or just search for Married Fool. There's only one guy that looks like that, and looking forward to connect with you. So okay, let's go through. Michelle, do you want to handle the questions?
Yeah, sure. Thanks,
Okay.
Maverick. Yeah, thank you so much for your very informative sharing. So I have a couple of questions here. The first question from Miss Jenny. She said that, can someone use LinkedIn to look for a company to do internship? Can you create a LinkedIn profile while you are in the last year of degree?
Okay, so there are 2 questions over there, Jenny, and
Yep.
thanks for taking the time to listen as well. Okay, you can actually use your LinkedIn profile to look for internship. As a matter of fact, if you go to LinkedIn here, if you just type internship, okay, and please, this is the, come on, 2020, don't just look for internship in Malaysia. You can actually look for internship outside as well. The world has become more connected. So you go to more and you go and join the groups. There are a lot of internship groups over there in different countries as well. So different companies. So these are places you can go. Facebook groups there are as well. So you can go to both places. What was the other question? Sorry.
The next question is, can you create a LinkedIn profile while you're in a last year degree?
Okay, the answer is no. You should be creating your LinkedIn profile in the first year itself. Last year means you're already too late already. okay, you should start creating initially. So if you're in the last year, you're already 3 years too late. So now mind, the best time to start is 3 years ago. The second best time is today. But for the rest of you who already graduated and don't have a LinkedIn profile, shame on you. You need to have, come on, this is a tool already. If you don't, even if you have a website, I guarantee you when the employers search, your website will not come up. LinkedIn will probably come up first. Yeah, good.
All right. Okay. And we have here quite a couple of questions from Mr. Lufti Halim. Can fresh grad actually apply jobs through LinkedIn? That's his first question.
Mm. Yes, the answer is you can. Not just that, actually, the HR people or the executive search, the headhunters, they are also looking for you on LinkedIn as well. So if you are not there, obviously they cannot look for you lah. So why? Okay, so between job sites and JobStreet and all these other companies and LinkedIn, what's the difference? Okay, employers have this mindset as well. If I go to job sites and I post my job there, normally who go to job sites? Only those people who don't have jobs. So if those people who don't have jobs, it's either they are unlucky, they gonna retrench, or maybe they are fired. So which means that the employers are going to job street to look for people that not the best quality lah. So that's why a lot of good employers, they are going to LinkedIn. They are looking for people who already have a job. They are looking for people who already have a job, because if this person can hold a job, there's a very high chance that he's good and his attitude is good. I want to hire this person. So the mindset have to shift already. Good.
Yeah. All right.
Uh,
Thank you. Next question is the same question from Mr. Lufti Halim as well. What is the difference between LinkedIn as compared to other uh, social media platform like Facebook and Instagram?
Simple. Okay, let's say you want to look, Lufti, you want to work in PwC. You want to work at PricewaterhouseCoopers, and okay, someone in the finance. Okay, let's just make it simple lah. You want to look for HR managers. You can search this in LinkedIn right now. Don't go for groups, go for people. Okay, so there are too many people already over here. So what you can do is that you can start to filter. So let's say you are a finance student, you are looking for financial related jobs. So you can just type the industry that you want. You want financial services, and you can even select which company you want. Let's say you want Maybank. You can even put it in. Okay, Maybank, and then you click apply. Okay, so these are the few people who are the managers that you can connect with. Show me how you are going to do that on Facebook. You can't even search for someone like that on Facebook. Like for example, I just do the same search, HR manager in Maybank. Okay, if it comes out like maybe nothing actually. Yeah, there's no people over here, because you know why? A lot of these employers, they actually don't put their job title on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok. How the heck are you going to find them? It's a lot easier for you to find them if you actually go to LinkedIn directly. Yeah, and it's also easier for them to find you. It works two ways. They go to Facebook, they want to find cat playing piano videos. When they go to LinkedIn, they are looking for employees and potential candidates. The mindset is different. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Thanks for the question,
Uh,
Luffy.
yeah. Next question. Which platform is better to apply jobs, LinkedIn or online job portal? I
Oh,
think
I
you have
answered this
addressed that.
already.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
correct.
you answered it. All right. And the next question, Mr. Lufti is requesting to get him to give him a sample of content for LinkedIn posts and profiles.
Okay, so like for example, okay, I can only quote mine because I have no time to search for somebody else's. So content could be, you can do videos like this. So you can do videos like this. You can record, if you know a bit of video editing, you can. Of course, this video points to YouTube. Points to Facebook, but it actually goes to it's actually on my LinkedIn profile as well. Or I can actually create articles like here. So where are my articles? Wait. Okay, so you can create articles as well on LinkedIn. You can, if some of you are better at writing than doing, ask you to shoot video, ayah shy lah, must put makeup, whatever. Okay, then you can just write an article as well. Write an article over here. And then the best part is that when you post something on LinkedIn, you can actually see who are the people who actually view it. Like for example, this post, there are 723 people who click on my article. And when I click on the statistic over here, the internet is a bit slow. Okay, so I can see who are the people who are actually looking at my content. So videos, articles is the same as well. So end of the day, I guess what I'm saying is that it has to be up to something. It has to be something that you are familiar with. If you're good at recording videos, then video is one of the best thing for you to do right now. If you want to do, if you're better at writing, then you can just write any content that is related about your industry, even your student life. Like I said just now, what are the challenges that students have? When they go and meet a HR manager, they are like, what are the thoughts that go through their mind? You can interview your friends. Sometimes you crack your head, you cannot come up with the content. You just go around and you ask only. It will be a lot easier for you. Your job is just to collect the answers and you just put it into an article. Cool.
Okay. All right. Next question. How do I get my LinkedIn profile to be noticed and have great engagement from the LinkedIn followers? Is the algorithm similar to Facebook and Instagram or different? Can you provide tips on how to create meaningful content in LinkedIn to be noticed by influencers or future employees in LinkedIn?
Okay, so so just leave the question there because Lufti seems to have a habit of asking a lot of questions in one question. Okay, lesson first, when you're asking a man, always ask one question only. When you ask 5 questions to a man, he will only answer the first and the last one. So this is a tip for ladies as well. Okay, so how do you get notice engagement? One way is that whenever I post an article or video, I will actually tag people as well. I will ask them, hey, can I know what's your opinion on this? So let's say the article is about education. So I will tag people like Michelle, I will tag my friends from Taylor and some way. Hey, those of you who are in the education line, what do you think about it? So that's one way for you to pull traffic over, and that is actually by tagging them. Or what you can do is you can also share your content into that LinkedIn group. So you have a LinkedIn group over there. You can actually share it. You can even share your LinkedIn content outside of LinkedIn as well as Facebook, so that when people click it, it will come over to your site. The algorithm is not very similar. As a matter of fact, ranking in LinkedIn is a lot easier. It's a lot easier for you to trend in LinkedIn versus the other 2 platforms. It's just because less people are actually spamming LinkedIn. Can you provide tips on how to create meaningful content? Okay, end of the day, the content, it has to be important for the other person. So like just now when I mentioned the nasi lemak example, if I just give you a nasi lemak, nah, Lufti, eat. You'll be like, if you're hungry, you eat lah. But if let's say I don't put a story around it, if I don't create some meaning behind the nasi lemak, basically the nasi is from Kedah or whatever, like tell some story. If there's no meaning to it, people will not be attracted. And end of the day, people are always selfish. If you want to take 2 seconds of their time, they will always ask first, what's in it for me? You asked me to look at this video, right? What's in it for me? Just like how Michelle get you all to come 1 hour, you could be at home playing Dota or watching Netflix or doing whatever, or even sleeping. And now it's raining over here. It's really nice to sleep in. But because you want to learn how to get a job, how to basically secure your future, that is the offer. That is my bait. That is the charging that Michelle put it out. And you are the fish who come lah. So in life, we are sometimes the fish. We are sometimes the fisherman. So you all coming here, you are the fish. I am Michelle and myself, we are the fishermen. We are thinking, how can we create a bait, a charging that's interesting enough that all the students will come? Okay.
All right, cool. Thank you. Next question from Mr. Ganesh. Who are some of the best people to connect for the final year business students?
Final year business students. So just like I mentioned, HR people is one. It's very common to connect with HR people, but at the same time, think about what departments you want to apply for. So let's say you want to apply for an analyst department and all that, and you just go there and type, so you can type business analysts, business, usually they're in the analytics department. So business data managers, see whether anything comes out. So anything that comes out from here are the results. You just go through the list. You still have to do it manually, actually. So you look for the people, and then you can look at what industry that you're looking for. And then from there, you basically, let's say you want to join data analytics or machine learning. So this could be a nice person for you to connect with, Jane. So one thing, so how I will connect with Jane if I'm you, Ganesh, would be, okay, let me just have a look. Okay, so a few things I will do is that first I will notice, hey Jane, I noticed we got 12 friends that are in common. So, I would like to, I thought I want to connect with you. Or you can basically say that, hey, I've heard of the company that you're working with right now. And it seems really interesting because one of my lecturers was mentioning about it. So you can start the conversation from there as well. Or what I tend to do sometimes is that, let me look for an active person because Jane is not active enough. Okay, let's look at Suzanne. Okay, let's say I want to connect with Suzanne. So even though she's already my friend, but let's say I want to connect with her. Usually what I do is that I look at her activity. Just now, GN, there's no activity because he's not active. So I will click on the activity and then look at what are her recent posts, her latest posts. So the latest post here is 1 hour ago, doing a webinar about Facebook ads. Okay, so basically what I will do is that I will message Luzanne, I will connect with her and say, hey, Luzanne, saw your post on Facebook ads for dummies and I want to take the opportunity to connect with you. So Suzanne will actually think that, hey, not bad lah, this kid actually got read about my post, or you made me feel very important, and then after that, she will connect with you. So no difference. Like for example, when I was young, so when my mom always taught me was, when I go to school, so my mom is a teacher lah. So because she knows I'm a shy boy, so she will say that, hey, okay, mommy give you this packet of sweet, can you give it to your friends and then you use it to make friends? Of course, a 7-year-old kid don't understand the instruction. So when I come back the first day, then my mom asks me, so how many new friends you make? 0. Then what happened to the sweet? I eat all. Then my mom said, okay, never mind. You sit down, let me explain to you again. So inside the packet of here, got 5 sweets. How many sweets? 5. Okay, I let you take 1. So how many left? There's 4, right? Okay, every tomorrow, when you go and meet someone that time, when you meet a new friend, you give him 1 sweet. But make sure you ask for the person's name. Okay, then you come back and tell mommy. So what my mom taught me last time was that even at a young age, you need to offer people something first. Then only you can start the conversation. So like in your case, Ganesh, if you want to connect with managers, there is something that you can offer them, or at the very least, they post something that time, you go and acknowledge them. Just by acknowledging them, they feel, oh, okay lah, when I post something, got people read and stuff like this, then they feel happy. Suddenly they become a hero already lah. Okay, so I hope that understands that explains that give answer to your question.
All right, thanks. Next question from Mr. Muhammad Abu Bakar. After this pandemic, job will become very difficult. It's not assumed, basically, it is. All right. So, what's your suggestions for the students who want to prepare themselves?
Okay,
How
you have
actually how the
two.
student prepare themselves? Yeah. Okay.
Okay. You have 2 routes over here. If let's say you want to go for employment, it's good for you. You can become an entrepreneur as well. Not asking you to drop out, please finish, and then only become an entrepreneur. So, but for both these 2 things, you actually need bankable skills. So you have skills that you actually learn in university, but bankable skills like for example, photography skills, graphic design skills, web design. If you can pick up any of those skills, you can cari makam with those skills. I'm not talking about you can make a lot of money from it. But if you design a landing page, for example, for 2005, and you become a freelancer, okay, while you are waiting for the right job opportunity to come, you actually find ways to earn money on your own first. So one thing I learned from, okay, there's a lot of young people, so I don't know whether you guys know who Arnold Schwarzenegger is, Terminator, Michelle and me, our generation. So if you look at Arnold Schwarzenegger, so when he started that time as an actor, first movie was Conan, actually. So Conan the Barbarian. So you can look up his history. Amazing, amazing guy. So he knew that if he wants to become an actor, very hard to cari makan. So Arnold Schwarzenegger was one of the few actors who was a millionaire even before he started acting. He was smart enough to realize that, okay, I'm not very good at, acting will take some time and stuff like this. So let me look at what skills I have. He was good at doing renovation. So because he's a bodybuilder, so he renovated the homes and all that. After a while, he started investing. Once the money starts coming in, and then only he pursue his career. Of course, along the way, anytime he got an acting gig, he will go. But the acting is like, I need to wait. I need to wait for the right time to come. So in your case, what I can recommend Muhammad Abu Bakar is that look for some skills right now that you can actually learn online. People need digital marketing skills. People need copywriting skills. People need videography skill, video editing skills. Any skill that you can actually pick up that is actually useful. Either you can cari makan for yourself, you can find clients on your own, or even when an employer hire you, you can say that, oh, compared to others, I already have these skills and I saw your brochure, it looks like shit. The moment you hire me, I can fix it for you already. So immediately you are giving value to the employer even before they hire you, because end of the day, whenever we buy something or we make any decision, we need justification. Why do you use an iPhone? Why do you use an Android? Why do you choose this candidate? So if let's say the HR person cannot answer to their boss why they chose you, then they'll feel, oh, yeah, why I feel so stupid. But if they say that, oh, because Abu Bakar know graphic design, he can fix our brochure, he know website as well, it will be a lot easier for them to justify hiring you. I hope that gives you, you know, or
Oh,
a good answer.
yeah. And I have another question from Mr. Leon Ling. What software are you using to stream? StreamYard with Zoom?
Oh, yeah, Leon is a friend. And Leon, I don't know why you're listening to this. Okay, the correct answer is Masa is using StreamYard. I wish they are using Zoom for a few reasons, but yeah, StreamYard is fine.
Okay. And sort of like final question here from Mr.
Cool.
Diawara. Can posting articles video on your page attracts people?
Okay, the truth is that you post everything also can attract people. It's whether what type of people you attract. So it goes back again to the fisherman framework that I showed you earlier. If you put caching, you're gonna get fish. You're not gonna get shark. You put meat inside, the sharks will come. So if you want to get serious employers to look at you, right? And you every day you do mimi lah, you do meme lah, you post stupid stuff lah, or you post political stuff. Okay, on LinkedIn, sex, religion, politics, please don't go and talk about it. Okay. Even in real life, you're not supposed to talk about it publicly. So those three things, okay, if you post about politics stuff, guess what? You attract people who like politics or not. Maybe you get to join well, when Najib comes back in power or whoever comes back in power, I don't know who anymore, they will hire you lah. So it depends on who you are targeting. Always ask yourself the fish that you are targeting, what is the information that is useful to them, regardless whether it's article or videos. The content is more important. Okay, if the content comes in the format of an article, then it's an article. If it's a video, it's a video. It's a podcast, it's a podcast. It can be so many things. Okay, good.
Yeah.
I think I answered all the questions already with good time
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. All right. We would like to say a big thank you to Mr. Marek Fu for this wonderful and beneficial sharing on how to make an exceptional profile for thinking. So I hope everybody will be able to do and amend, your LinkedIn, so that everybody will get a very successful profile and, get a good job at this point of time. And of course, I wish everybody stays safe.
Okay, bye.
Any other? All right. Thank you. Bye bye.